Hey guys, Make You Loco here once again, and today we're going to be doing a unboxing real quick of this brand new camcorder that I got. Everything up until now has been recorded on an iPhone 6, so we're looking at getting higher quality stuff for all of my different channels, and this is the one I chose. I originally had a Canon FDR-AX33, and I tried it out for a few days and it just didn't cut it. So I jumped up, basically doubled the price from $449 to about $999 for this one, and decided to go to a 4K consumer grade camcorder. Now this one just got displayed at CES 2015, and it actually just came out. It just rolled out and was released in the very beginning of March here. So it's a very fresh new camera, and there's not many reviews out on it, so I plan on doing an unboxing real quick. We're gonna go over a few features, and then there's gonna be plenty of footage uploaded on this channel displaying what it can and cannot do. Now this is one of the first 4K cameras that are made for the consumer and not for the professional, and also to come down below that $1,000 mark on there, just below it. I can already tell you, just from picking it up and holding it even in the box, that the camera is a lot more well built because of the actual weight of it. The weight of it's feels like a professional camera compared to a plastic chintzy one like the Canon HFR62 that I tried out. So without any more yakking, we'll get right to unboxing it, see exactly what comes inside, so we know what we do or do not need to kind of complete it to be able to use it. And of course we have the usual advertisements and basic manuals in here. Of course, your accessories, extra batteries you can get. They got an HDMI to HDMI mini cable, and that's because the HDMI mini sticks into the side of the camera, and you actually can send it right out to your TV. That's very nice for seeing exactly what you got on a bigger screen. And this right here is the, basically it's an extension USB cable for the one that's built into the camera. That hangs out of the camera. It's in the handle of it, and I'll show you that here in a second. That's a little extension for that. We got our power cord that goes to our power pack, our AC to DC converter, and then the other end of this sticks right into the camera, and it'll charge the battery while it's on the camera. The same as it's been for camcorders for how long? Let's see here, check out the battery here real quick. And of course it's the famous Sony Info Lithium they've had out for a long time now, and this gets smaller and higher capacity. So this is a real fancy little battery here. It's a 1900 milliamp pack, so it's a good size pack. It's got some heft to it, and it should power the camera for, I would say, at least 2 hours on there for regular recording. Besides that, we're down to it already. There's not much that comes in these boxes, but I wanted to do a quick unboxing so you guys know what does or does not come in these boxes with these camcorders, so you know all the accessories that come with it. Ta-da! The actual camcorder here. I'll try to get some good shots of it. Like I said, I am recording on an iPhone 6, but I got some good lighting. So we'll start off with this side. You can see right here, that's the cable that's built into the camcorder, and you kind of pull it out of there and stick it in your computer directly instead of having a cable with you. And that's what the extension was for that I showed you earlier. Now it does have a little door right here, okay, and you can have your headphones, your external microphone, which is always nice, and then this is for the multi-out, which is for the RCA cables and all that, so that's very nice to have. And then of course it has a regular eyepiece on here, viewfinder, so that's kind of not really seen that often nowadays. I noticed this one does not move, unlike some of the older ones, as far as tilting up and down. And then you got your towards and away, and of course photo. It's a convenient photo button for capturing photos on the go. Okay. And then you got the button right here that basically goes from film to camera, photo mode. We'll go around the side here. It's got a really nice side on it. Let me see if I can get that in focus there. Just tells you all the specs on the side here. You got a button right here for manual mode right next to where you're going to be adjusting the lens on here. This lens is adjustable. You can manually move it, and it feels really nice. The metal ring on here, and it's very smooth on there, so it's a very high quality piece for sure. Just the whole camera feels like it's high quality. Up top here, it says this mic up here, since it has a couple different inputs for, you can see them there on the camera, see them there? As far as different channels coming into it, is a 5.1 channel surround sound microphone. It's kind of nice, built right in. We'll see how the quality is on it. And then right here's your accessory bracket, basically for lights, or I guess they stick that action camera on top of here. And then there's some improved mic. That's a stereo mic, 2 actual microphones that go out like this for even better recording from the camera itself, if you don't want to use the external wired mic. So overall, it's a very high quality piece, I tell you. So we're going to see exactly how well it does, you know, with the recordings in low light, good light, direct light, especially for fluorescent lights, which is where I'm going to be recording a lot at. It's got a little infrared detector right here, obviously. And then up here has a nice size lens up here for the actual eyelet for the optical in there. And this shutter right here actually opens and closes when you open the door on here. A lot of the other ones don't do that now, and this one actually will do it automatically. The other ones, you gotta flick it up on the side to open this shutter on here. Alright, so we'll go over the inside here. This is a 3-inch touchscreen in here, and it does work pretty well. Let's see, we can flip it around, and of course we can close it. So we have that option too. Kind of monitor ourselves while we're recording. And on the inside here, what it has is your HDMI port, okay? Like usual, in night shot mode, it's nice to be able to just press that and go into night shot mode instead of actually fidgeting around inside the menus on the screen there. And then this is your regular playback mode. You press that and it'll go into regular playback mode on the screen, or to be able to connect your computer on there. And then this right here is your slot for your SD card on here, and I'll talk about that here in a second. This one does not have any onboard built-in memory on there, so that's something to note. You will need an SD card for sure to get this thing up and running and recording just about anything. So do a quick, I don't know, 360 or whatever here. Let you guys kind of look at this thing. Like I said, it's a real nice piece. You can just tell by the weight of it that it's built really well. Nothing feels chintzy on here at all. And then one thing I forgot to mention, obviously you slip in your battery pack back here. That's your power button to turn it on and start your recordings, obviously. And then right here is your little charging port. So it's all kind of conveniently located on here. And just real quick, I'll put the battery into its slot on here so we can show you the big old eyeball in the front of this thing that it has on here. Right there, you see that? I'll open it back up again. See that? That's a good size eyelet in there for bringing in lots and lots of light. And you can see as I move it around, it's kind of adjusting by itself. And that's that BOSS system, that's onboard stabilization system. It's almost like a gimbal on a quadcopter. It's constantly fixed on something while we wobble the camera around, so we're shaking, so we're cold, or whatever else. So we'll see how well that works too. See how that works in there? It's pretty cool. So overall, I'm very impressed with it. We're about to go out and start doing some recordings on it, and we'll see exactly what this thing can and cannot do. I'm very, very excited to go see what this thing can do, because I've never shot in 4K before. Okay, so like I mentioned, we're going to need to get an external memory card because there's no internal memory inside of this particular camera. And you want to make sure you get an ultra high speed class card that usually has a marking like this on it, indicating it can handle all the data coming down from a 4K camera. That's going to be coming down to a high speed like that. And with 64 gigabyte card like this one, it's the most common one out there for a HD or a 4K camera, we can still record a little over 5 hours full HD. And I imagine, I'd say about 2.5 hours on 4K. That's more than enough for my needs. Also, I'll put a link down below for this card and of course the camera so you guys can look at it in a little more detail and reference it also. There'll be links down below in the description. So that's about it. I just wanted to go over the unboxing, show you what this thing looks like up close, a few different things about it, see what's in the box, and then we're going to have tons and tons and tons of new videos coming out on features, how to set stuff up, and of course, what kind of footage this thing outputs.